Said that we live in a society in which a man's worth is determined not by what he knows, but by such curious gauges as how far he can throw a piece of pigskin, or how well he can hit a ball with a wooden club. And for some, self-improvement has become merely a matter of physical improvement. Improvement of the body, but not the mind. But a sound body without a sound mind can be more of a liability than an asset, more of a crutch than a cast. For who knows what cruel tricks a sick mind can play in an otherwise healthy body. This is the story of one such cruel trick. A set of twisted events in which the mind and the body have become engaged in a struggle for supremacy. This is Le Joggeur.
Wait up, champ. Champ, I gotta tell you, all America is counting on you. You're the only one who can save little Johnny Jones. Champ, he's in bed. He's got a appendicitis. He'll die without you, champ. You've got to save him, champ. You've got to do it for Johnny, champ.
Yes, we must get information from American. Yes, we will get information from American. Yes, 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 yes. Wait a minute. Here comes American now. The geese fly high. The geese fly high. Yeah. Ah, he's coming your way.
Here comes American dog.
Hold on! The geese fly high! The geese fly high! Yeah.
Say, buddy, American friend. The geese fly high.
What is your problem?
The geese fly high.
We said the geese fly high!
information. You know what we're talking about.
Don't try to double-cross us, you American pig. I'm your friend.
Look, guys, I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Perhaps this will refresh your memory. Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the
Clock.
The mouse ran up the clock. That's right. That's right. That's what we're looking for. That's right.
Comrade, thank you much. We now have the secret bed to American nursery rhyme we have been looking for. Here, take this ticket, okay? It says to Bulgaria, but it is really to Miami Beach, okay? Go, go. We are not trying to kidnap you to Bulgaria. We are just sending you off. Goodbye. Stupid American.
Capitalist idiot.
Right. You,
Okay,
buddy.
pal.
O'Brien, first one.
Hey, you! Hey!
Well, does he have it?
Ah, the ticket.
Ticket to Bulgaria?
That's right, Communist Bulgaria.
It was for Miami Beach.
Come on. Communist pig, Russian dog, Turkish taffy.
Disgusting swine. Look what you've done to that poor old man over there.
Who? What old man?
That old man, your poor old father.
Is this what we raised you for? We paid for your piano lessons? We looked over you as a mother hen looks over its chicks? And now you turn on us and act like some animal of some sorts? Let's be reasonable about this. After all, look at all we've given you, and you just slap us in the face. You are. Look at yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're no good. You're a creep. Why do you act like this? Get away from this house.
Sorry.
You don't even deserve my name. Get away. You always were no good. We always knew that. We always thought you weren't any good. Get out of here. Get out of my house. Get out of my sight.
I don't even know that man.
Oh, renouncing your own father, huh? You swine, you human scum. Cart this garbage away.
There must be some mistake.
What do you mean mistake, you human filth? We're the FBI.
We're the government. We just don't make mistakes.
Money! 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 Anybody? Money! Please! Money! Money! Money? Anybody? A quarter? A dime? Money? Money? Money?
There you go. gracious heavens! Who are you?
I am Sabu, the god of charity. And you, sir, you have proven yourself worthy.
Worthy? Worthy of what? Dinner at Jack's?
And I can grant your any wish.
But I don't understand. I don't even know why I'm here. I don't even know what's going on.
You mean you don't understand?
Oh.
Haven't you ever walked into one of those weird existential European films where nobody knows what's going on and it's all filled with all this symbolism and everybody thinks it means something, but it really doesn't mean anything? Well, that's exactly what happened to you, only it's in real life.
Yeah, but you know, what does it all mean?
What does it mean? It doesn't mean anything. You mean that the only thing it means is that it doesn't mean a thing? Exactly.
Wow. But all I really want to do is go home. Can you send me home?
But you had the power to go home all along. Just click the heels of your sneakers together 3 times and say, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Wherever there's news, there's action news. We've loaded up the action news van in search of news.
This is Doug Lobel on the Action News team in search of news. We're here at the power test station on Hempstead Turnpike where there's just been a daring daylight robbery. We've come to talk to some of the regular patrons of Power Test to see how this robbery will affect their future gas purchases. Doug Lobel for the Action News team.
Bill Archella, Action News. Behind me is the Nassau County Medical Center. The scene, the hospital, the place where little Pedro Gonzalez, one of the victims of that daring daylight robbery at the power test station up the road, little Pedro will be brought here momentarily to receive the utmost in modern emergency medical care. The ambulance with little Pedro should be arriving momentarily and we'll be here to cover it. It should be arriving momentarily. Little Pedro and the ambulance will be here momentarily and we'll be here to cover it. I believe that's the ambulance over there. It should be it. I'm not sure. It doesn't seem to be racing. It could be the ambulance with little Pedro Gonzalez, the injured little boy from the power test robbery just moments ago, almost recorded live on Action News. We're still waiting for that ambulance. We're out in front of Nassau County Medical Center waiting for that ambulance. And is this it? No, it's not. Is this the ambulance? Is that it? No! Wait. Ladies and gentlemen, we've just received word that the ambulance carrying little Pedro Gonzalez, the injured little boy from the power test gas station robbery just minutes away, will be taken to Glen Cove Hospital, not the Nassau County Medical Center. We'll be back with more Action News in search of news momentarily.
Nestled in this calm suburban community of East Meadow, Long Island is the Nassau County Correctional Center. Normally a very calm, uneventful place, today it's a very special place indeed. Special because this is the site where the 2 perpetrators of the heinous crime at the power test gas station, the perpetrators who injured little Pedro Gonzalez, are streaming right now under heavy police escort. We're expecting them momentarily. In back of me, you see the driveway where the 2 perpetrators will be entering, and the guard who will accompany them in their first days in prison. And, as I said, folks, we're expecting them any minute now. 2 perpetrators who injured little Pedro Gonzalez. Well, we're still here at the correctional institution, and as I said, our best information has it that the 2 perpetrators will be arriving at this prison any minute, we think. They are somewhat late right now, but as I said, we do expect them any minute now.
This is the little Burger King where little Pedro Gonzalez ate a little lunch before he was bent.
Disco Doug, a man of action.
king of the dance floor, dancer par excellence. But the glittering glamour of Doug's incredible nightlife is overshadowed by his home life and his job. From 9 to 5, Doug scrubs toilets for the town. He's philosophical.
It's not fun. It's got to be done.
Yes, truer words have never been spoken, and Doug takes his job in stride.
Hey, let's dance, man!
But Doug's athletic abilities are not limited to the crowded dance floor. When he gets a moment's break, he likes to unwind with a friendly frisbee catch with two fellow co-workers. But for Doug, it's not just for amusement. As Doug said,
Frisbee gives me a chance to practice those moves I'll use later on in the disco.
but all is not well for Douglas. His home life is not quite so pleasant. Observe.
Doug, all you do is dance, dance, dance. Why don't you work some overtime for a change? You dance in the shower, you dance in the bowl. Why don't you get a part-time job at night like your friends do at Burger King?
Dad, get off my case. Disco is my life.
Despite his father's repeated warnings, Doug continues to dance, and every day at 5 o'clock, his ravishing girlfriend comes over for a practice dance session. Dad isn't pleased.
Doug, I just can't believe you bring this disgusting slut into our living room. What would your mother think if she saw you with her in our living room? I just don't believe this. Douglas, stop that.
At 6 o'clock, Doug and his date arrive at Uncle Sam's, a fashionable night spot. Although the club does not open till 9 o'clock, Doug and his date inevitably arrive every day 3 hours early in their chauffeur-driven limousine in order to assure themselves a place at the beginning of the line.
He always knows the right things to say. He woos me. Sometimes I think, I don't know, he's the greatest thing that ever happened to me. He's so sensuous and tall and strong. And his hair is always slicked back and nice. He's got such a way with women. I'm so lucky to be going out with Disco Doug.
James, wait. Got a little something for you. Go out and buy yourself a new car.
Hey, well. Oh, Disco Doug, you're so generous.
That's just my nature. Thank you.
But such a glamorous lifestyle is not free from hassles.
Nice, hey, look at that suit. Nice legs, honey. Disco, man! Disco sucks! It sucks!
Don't listen, dear. This prejudice, this dislike for disco, it just pisses me off.
But why has the entire country suddenly gone disco crazy? We spoke to Carl Jenkins, professor of anthropology at Colorado State, and an expert on the disco craze.
History is full of references to sort of dancing fads. The St. Vitus's dance back in the 1500s, back in medieval Europe. These kind of things are common. Jaws, the twist, you name it. They're all manifestations of a sick society, which cannot really feel responsible for it. The people have this kind of anomie, this sort of like alienation of society, and they bring it out in some sort of form of dancing, and you know.
But what does the man on the street have to say about disco?
You know, I can dance to it, but I like to bust heads. I like to listen to good rock and roll, you know? Guys in the gang like to listen to disco, but I'm definitely not into it. I think it's junk.
Music critic Ron Fields expresses his sentiments.
I too must admit that at first I was skeptical of the disco craze. I said, it's simple. It just can never replace rock and roll. But I too have jumped on the bandwagon. I'm forced to admit that this is the type of music that I like to listen to around the house. I have to say, though, that I knew many years ago, about 10 to be exact, that disco, that danceable beat, could be a valuable commodity in today's market when the Archies scored big with Sugar Sugar. Just look at the success, the mega success of Andy Gibb.
And back at the disco.
Wow, man, just won the big dance contest. Hey, man, this one's on me. Hey, thanks, buddy. Swing and drink. Disco Doug. What a mighty
macho man. Oh, Doug, setting all the disco feminine hearts aflutter.
It's been a tough day. Good night.
Hello, is it on? Is it on? Is it time to come out? What you're about to see is a lesson in man's inhumanity to man. There are several young musicians walking around America these days, some of which can play moderately good. Others are absolute dismal failures. The problem with this group is nothing simple. They have a following that includes several thousand young, mendable minds of youth from all over our country. These are the Deadheads, and we are going to talk with one tonight.
We are talking tonight with the archetypical Grateful Dead fan, who has chosen the name Kakua. Mr. Kakua.
That's Kakua.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. These Grateful Dans are touchy. There are many...
Try for precision. Deadheads.
Just like the Grateful Dead.
As Garcia, we precision. Garcia's precision on guitar, we're precision in language, speech, drugs, acting, whatever.
What sort of influences Jerry Garcia and the rest of the Dead had on your life?
Well, that's a tough one. It's a hard one. I guess the best way I can put it is that there are several realms in which we can view the Dead. First of all, we got the musical realm, of course, the least important. You know, I mean, that makes the most sense. I mean, Jerry Garcia... What are you... What is doing? I want to make one thing clear. It was totally non-drug related, just that Teddy got... Teddy! Teddy! Cut it out.
This is not drug related.
Okay, now what I was saying about, okay, you've got the religious realm then. I mean, I've thought of Garcia as God. I'm not really sure now. I'm ambivalent. I'm moving away from it, but still there is a God. Teddy! The bugs! Idiot!
I don't believe my eyes. This is live television, journalism, real journalism here, fans.
I'm sitting here today talking.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your pilot. Next stop, Jamaica. Jamaica will be the next stop.
We're here in historic Sicily, and it's an interesting town. It's a little town called Adrano, and it's known for its familiar customs of, eating dogs on Wednesdays and beating children until they cry, "Give me more cold cereal for dinner, Ma." It's a strange town, but nevertheless an interesting one, and we've talked to some of the interesting people around here, and not one of them knows why they're here. Pretty impressive view over here, Mount Etna, and we like it a lot too. It's one of the tallest mountains in the world, and down at the bottom of the hill it's really hot out, and up here it's pretty cold. And one of the best things Mount Etna is known for is that it houses the entire Etna Insurance Company. How's it going, guys?
Oh, it's just really good down here, man.
They love it here, they really do. Pretty interesting, huh? It's the last of one of the great Greek theaters, and it's the latest project for Sicilian urban renewal. They're planning on tearing this place down and putting up a Ramada Inn. And the Sicilian government has expressed some minor objections to the whole plan as thought up by the Italian government. But as up till now, it seems like it's going to go through, and the elevator should be over there, and the swimming pool over there, and the Mammoth football stadium right behind it. Hello, good afternoon. This is Sorrento. Behind me are the beautiful streets and towns and whatnot, you name it. It's a beautiful place, and if you close your eyes and don't listen to the people talking in Italian, you would swear that you're in Miami Beach. And so we bid a fond farewell to the beautiful country of sunny Italy. Yes, it's been a wonderful trip, and I'm sure that after seeing what I've been through, you know where I'm gonna go. Pennsylvania.
Hello? We're here in Washington. Paul's just missed the train, as usual. We've got 30 seconds of tape left, and we're gonna do a little look at Washington.
Behind me is the Supreme Court. Judges are about to hand down a very important decision on the abortion area, but the real news is not here at the Supreme Court, it's at Capitol Hill, and for that story, here's Doug Lobel.
There's a lot of interesting action here on Capitol Hill and over at the Supreme Court, but the big story today at Bob's Famous.
More important than the abortion decision, than all the other stories, is here at Bob's, where they've just announced 2 new flavors, Raspberry Ripple and Chocolate Watermelon. Delicious, as usual, Bob and Mrs. Larry.
Aluminum foil, Nestle's Crunch Bar, and assorted toys and monsters for Mike's kids.
All right. We just left the mall. We went to Frank's Pizza, had some pie, and then we went over to Deli, pick up some supplies. We're on our way. We're only about 2 hours late. We're doing all right. We'll see you in a minute. It's a typical driving time on Long Island here. We're about 3 hours late now. The traffic's just it's moving a little faster than usual today. I think it's because they've added an extra lane up ahead. We should be there pretty much on schedule.
Here we are in the very lovely city of Cambridge, Massachusetts, in New England. As you can see, Mike's house in the background, and we've made it. Going on minimal sleep, and we're headed off to the game, and we'll talk to you later. Folks, this is about it. We're about to head into the very lovely town of Somerville, Massachusetts, in northern New England. And yes, any minute we should make it.
We're here right on the Somerville-Cambridge border. I'm talking with one of Cambridge's most famous citizens, Michael Packalick Jr. Michael, what is this? Mr. Packalick, maybe you can tell us, what fun facts do you know about Somerville?
Somerville is the most densely populated city in the whole country.
This country?
The whole, yeah, the USSR.
Packalick, maybe you can tell us how you feel about being so close to this lovely New England town.
Oh, it's a great benefit, really. I mean, there's a mobile station right over there in Somerville, and Frank's Sub Shop, and it's the best of Boston, and Star Supermarket. I mean, I'm really glad that we live right on the border, because the rents are real high because we're in Cambridge, but then we can go into Somerville with and enjoy all the amenities of that wonderful city.
Before anything happened, we're on the posh, fashionable Beacon Hill part of Boston. A young homeowner here.
Hi, hello. How are you?
How do you like living in Beacon Hill?
It's just wonderful, really. It is.
How does it compare to, let's say, Somersville?
Well, this is the second most densely populated city in the USSR, and it's really great because Francis's sub house is down the street, and it's really great.
Is there a mobile station around here?
No, it's Getty.
Oh.
We're here at the posh and exclusive Faneuil Hall in Boston, in northern New England, where we are talking to a typical young wife and mother who has just experienced the grandeur of Quincy Hall and Faneuil Hall. Any comment?
Well, when you look at Quincy Market, you might be inclined to think that it was the most densely populated place in the USSR, but in fact, it's only number 3 after Somerville and Beacon Hill. And that's because you have to take the average between the shopping hours and nighttime, when the place is utterly deserted.
Well, there you have it, folks. Not only isn't she intelligent, but she has born 2 children in the last 2 years.
Well, Blondie is like my kind of Joni. Agrees with me, I'm sure. It's like the essence of life. Blondie has hit the heartbeat of the country. They are the only ones who can really understand the experience of the 70s, and I'm sure as we move into the 80s, Blondie is the only group that's going to be able to comprehend reality and relate it back to the people. You know what I mean? Because take words like this. Just draw in.
Hi, Mom!
Now, you do not want to let it out right away. You want to hold it in. Our cameraman will try some. And hold it as long as you can, passing it to a friend. And then exhale. And we'll see.
Oh, man, what happened?
To Michael Packalick Jr. and his lovely wife, Ruth. Many years of happiness together. Blondie concert. Rockpile's opening up. Here's our friend who was just standing in front of us. We asked her to sit down so we could see. Hey, what'd you like to say into the camera? Say hi.
I need a drink.
Hi, you're on film. Hey, how you doing, girls? What's your name?
example of a modern day kind of new wave. The young and the old.
Yeah, that materialized.
Yeah. What do you foresee in the next 10 years? 10 years?
Will you